Thanks so much for coming on this morning, Lisa.
Etiquette expert Lisa Grotts.
Etiquette expert Lisa Mirza Grotts joins us now.
Never stress out the senior in your life by giving them too much information too early. As my father always says, slow it down, Lisa.
And so what's phone etiquette? You know, I'm like everybody, I'm attached to it. And there seems to be like, it's still moving around, the etiquette maybe.
You know, the rules, Jeff, are happening so rapidly. By the time we, implement and learn, we're on to the next rule.
For the relative that won't get off the phone, probably the teenage relative, I would assume.
It's up to the host to set the rules for the party to make it a mobile-free day. So phone, keys, and hats, goodbye.
Okay.
Hello to the place setting and the feast that we're about to receive.
How about getting a gift that you don't get what you want, right? But you get gifts that you don't like.
We've all experienced that too, but be gracious when you get it. I mean, even if you're never going to use it, just practice if you have to. I mean, some people I know practice in front of a mirror saying things like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted a tea cozy, or that Christmas gnome is going to be so perfect on my tree.
Oh my gosh.
And do it with a smile. So it's very gracious, and always follow it up with thank you. I loved your gift.
I've got a very politically divided family. We don't allow weapons at the table.
We don't allow weapons either. But one of the best things to do for Thanksgiving is to just keep politics and religion out of the discussion. And here's why. The meal is heavy enough, and all the carbs and the tryptophan we're going to be having. So keep the political discussion out of it, because no one will ever agree on anything. And just be neutral and try to be nice and mix well with our guests. It's important not to ask the host for different foods that aren't on the menu. For example, you're not at a restaurant, you're at somebody's home. So eat what you can, and if you don't, then stop for a burger on the way home.
Well, I think it's very common for guests who are invited to a dinner to say, is there anything I can bring? And typically in that situation, would you agree that that's okay to say, hey, bring some beer, or bring some stuffing, or bring some sides, whatever you can?
Without a doubt, Thanksgiving is a family holiday. And if you think about it, it's really a potluck, because everyone contributes a dish. Think about how many dishes we have in just that one day. So really, you are going to be earning your keep, because you are going to be bringing a side dish and your hostess gift, and you're going to be helping the host out throughout the day. If you're new to the private club scene, follow these guidelines. Dress the part. It's better to be overdressed than underdressed. Arrive on time, which means arrive early. Be a gracious guest. Say thank you and send a handwritten note within 24 hours so the message will not be forgotten. The most wonderful time of the year is upon us. While the holidays are a joyous time for many, they can be equally stressful when it comes to shopping, entertaining, or addressing those holiday cards. To guide you through the month of December, I will be posting daily tips beginning tomorrow until the new year. Like little ships going out to sea, I spoon my soup away from me. How many of you have heard this? We all learned this when we were little kids. Then in between bites and when you are finished, the spoon stays in the bowl like that. If you haven't read my book, A Traveler's Passport to Etiquette, published in 2009, Chapter 1 is all about getting ready. Get organized prior to leaving. Create a packing list with the basics.
How do you make the best impression, and what are some of the techniques that you can employ to ensure networking success?
Sometimes the nonverbal language can be lethal and say a lot more with just the eyes. And speaking of eyes, no one wants to do business with someone whose eyes wander everywhere but on you.